Hi guys, welcome back. Well, as you can tell, no Alex today, but he will be back when we do some selections for the final test for England and Ireland. But kicking off, we do have Wales. They've wrapped up their series against Argentina in style, comfortable winners, comfortably the best side on that tour. So well done to them, very well deserved. And when you can try out new players and get the win, you know, that's just a win-win. It's just perfect. Okay. Now, Wales were brilliant. However, Argentina have been disappointing. So it's not to take away from Wales's win, but Argentina will be incredibly disappointed. In fact, I believe the coach has gone. They were so disappointed. They just didn't look at the races. They really didn't look like Argentina can look. They weren't on it. They definitely underperformed. Wales were brilliant. But yeah, so that's had a heavy impact on Argentina there. You know, first of all, I'd just like to say Wales looks solid all round, even with those changes. I like the midfield in both tests has been brilliant. Watkin looks like a good player. You know, Patrick Watkin-Williams is very, very solid, very muscular. You know, everything that England's midfield isn't really. I'll get on to England's midfield, but you know, Wales really look good there. Patrick has taken his chance so well, so he's got to be number one now choice, fly half I believe, even when Bigger comes back, but we'll see. And I love the look of Aled Davies, another classy scrum half. You know, it used to be Wales and their fly halves, they would just churn out. Now it's probably their scrum halves, the classy scrum halves they're churning out. So you've got Gareth Davies, you've got Aled Davies, and then Rhys Webber's gone, but they're not really missing him because they've got these guys coming in. Ellis Jenkins, James Davis, again, look two top quality players, even more flankers for them to choose from. It's going to be incredibly interesting when everyone's back, who they choose in that back row. Ross Moriarty has played well, he stepped up. Don't know why he went for a chokehold at the end there, got himself red carded, so that's a little silly, or quite a lot silly, but didn't affect the result in the end. And then Josh Adams, what a try. This guy wants his place back, just motored through that Argentinian defence. He wants to make a point that, you know, he's a Wales player. Okay, so, you know, what's going to be interesting with Wales, like I said, is what happens when all their players come back. And it's a little scary, a little intimidating for the other teams, especially in the Six Nations, that they've got, say, Tipperick, Alan Jones, Warburton, Faletau, Jonathan Davis, Halfpenny, Liam Williams, and more to return. Okay, then there's going to be a bun fight for who gets in the team, and it should drive on performance. You know, it should make players like North play better. It should make players like Alan Wynne-Jones come back in and look at what's happened with the likes of Beard coming in there, Corey Hill performing. He knows he has to lift up his game. So it really has worked out really, really well for Wales. However, I will say there's pressure on them to perform now. In that autumn international in the Six Nations, when they go fully stacked, they need to perform and get results. You know, that being said, it's been a perfect result for them. 2-0 in Argentina, comfortable winners, happy days. Okay, next up we have an absolute rip-roaring match. We've got Australia-Ireland. Ireland going in with their best team, or pretty much their best team. I said they need to do this to see if the green machine fully loaded is good enough, and yes it is. So that's great news for Ireland fans. They were good value for their win, but it was a proper test. And what's great for Ireland is Australia were right on it, okay? Yeah, they got outplayed in the end, but they were absolutely on it. They were trying with their best team, and Ireland come out on top, okay? Australia straight away showed how dangerous they are. Again, midfield-wise, Foley, Beale, Kurandrani, everything England's midfield isn't. Again, come back to England in a bit, but they just cut Ireland apart with a lovely, simple switch in the end at the beginning, and it was like alarm bell straight away. But Ireland didn't panic. What they do is they go through their phases super butter smooth, okay? They're getting over the gain line, it's muscular, yes, but it's very, very smooth. They know who's taking the ball. I was watching Conor Murray very closely, just to, you know, reiterate why he's world class. Because I think for a while I've just assumed I know he's class and I've kind of watched other stuff. Why is Conor Murray so good? Well, with his passing, his pass selection is awesome off the base of the ruck. Okay, he's very, very comfortable picking the right option rather than just one runner. He's got 2 or 3 runners and he'll hit either the short or the flat guy, the long guy or the pull back behind. so comfortably, so smoothly, made a huge difference. Okay, that was quality. Watch that back and have a look at his pass selection. They were worried about Pocock, and you could tell they were right on Pocock, getting him off that ball. I think he got on there a couple of times, but generally they kept him off that ball, and it was Peter Omani who stepped up and said, I can do this too, stole a load of ball. Brilliant, fantastic. You thought it might have been Levy, but it was Omani that came in and did that. And just the whole side looks balanced. Okay, I'm not saying they didn't run away with it. It wasn't, you know, like they Australia had no chance, but Ireland just looked balanced across the pitch. They had, you know, what they needed everywhere. It's just so well put together. You know, is that the best team? Is that their World Cup team? Well, I still think a Sean O'Brien maybe into 7 in that team would take him up and even a notch again. Possibly Rory Best at 2, but I don't know. The hookers have been doing great. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the World Cup team. And you know, they're a year out and they've got their World Cup team. This is very, very good. Let me know if you think there's going to be someone else who's out or into that World Cup team. I'm sure there'll be a few changes, but it's close. I would say for Australia, losing Genia is a big loss. Phipps I don't really rate as an international standard scrum half every time I've seen him. But you know, I don't think that was the difference between winning and losing, but it's worth noting. And I'm just glad someone turned on the control panel of the green machine. They turned Tyke Furlong onto beast mode, and bam, off he went. Absolutely world class. That's why he's one of the best props in the world. Negatives? Well, there aren't really any negatives. I would just pose a question though, something I've raised before. So I was watching their phase play very carefully, and they definitely don't offload. Their passing is super slick. Okay, they're putting guys through gaps, which is awesome, but then really not looking for the offload. Now maybe that's the key to their success. Maybe that's why they do go through a lot of phases, build the pressure and score. But I kind of can't get away from the fact that the very best rugby, the very best teams who win World Cups generally offload, create a bit more than that. But do they need to? On this performance, maybe they don't. Let me know what you think there. I'm 50-50, I don't know. Anyway, next game, it's going to be like a World Cup final. You know, it's 1-1. Who's going to take it? Great preparation. It's going to be absolutely rocking. Okay. Next video, we're going to have a little team selection on Ireland and see what we think there, see what you say. Cool. Until next time, guys, we'll see you then.